Welcome to another episode of Modern Minds. I go by GWQ, Gaming With Quint, whatever you want to call me. You feel me? We're back with another one, man. On today's episode, we'll be discussing the GTA series that changed everything for me. Some of y'all may already know what that is, man, but we gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna break it down as I go. You know what I'm saying? So get comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? Get your drink, get your smoke. Hope y'all enjoyed the first two episodes. You know what I'm saying? But moving forward, it's gonna be a every Wednesday type of thing. That's what I'm gonna try to keep that vibe going every Wednesday night, man. So y'all tap in if y'all have time. Watch it when you can. You dig what I'm saying? But let's get right into it, man. So we all know, right? As a creator, there's always one project, one moment, one stretch of time in a creator's journey, right, that quietly changes everything. Not always the biggest numbers, not always the most popular video, and sometimes not even what people expect, right? And that happens a lot on YouTube. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. The one that people may expect to go up when you drop, it's never the one that goes up. Trust me, man. The one you put the more effort into, it never goes up the way you want to go, or the way the people think that may watch it and be like, oh, I know that motherfucker go up. You did. Never happens like that, man. That's just, I don't know why it's like that, but that's really a thing. Like, trust me, that's around to different creators that say the same thing. You did. But for the creator themselves, it's different, because something about that experience feels more real, more meaningful, more personal than anything that came before it, right? Looking back at my own journey, there's one GTA series to stand out above the rest. Like I said, y'all already know what it may be for me, but I'm gonna break it down and tell you what it is. And it's not just because of what happened on screen, but because of what it changed inside me while I was making it, and what it changed in my life and in my journey. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that series has to be, hands down, Family Business. Family Business changed everything for me from doing this content. It really positioned me in a way that I didn't even think would happen for me. I would say that when I was doing Family Business, man, it was just fun and free, but we're gonna get to that though. But hands down, Family Business has to be the series that changed everything for me. You dig what I'm saying? I got monetized off that series. I gained the most subs from that series. It's crazy. Yeah. And that was it wasn't my first series. Story of Franklin was actually my first series, right? But I was trying to find myself. Story of Franklin good as well. And it started to catch numbers like later on. When people went back to watch my content. But once I created Family Business, it was just up from there. I really found my lane. I really did find my lane. It was the best thing I could have did. That series, you know, it put me in position. You know, like I said, I thought I wouldn't have achieved, because to be honest with y'all, I was just trying this. You know, I felt like I could do it, you know, when I first started. So I didn't expect what came with it within those 3 months of me doing YouTube. You know, I didn't think I would get monetized that quickly and all that, but it happened, and that's why I said that series definitely did change everything for me. But when I think about that time, I don't just remember the gameplay, I remember the feeling, right? Like the late nights, the ideas forming in real time, the excitement of building something that felt different from anything I had done before, right? That series was just different for me. Comparison when I was doing Story of Franklin, when I tried LS Red, when I started doing content, Because when I tried LS Red, that was the first thing I actually did. Y'all don't know. Y'all can check out the reaction video I did to my first YouTube video on this channel as well. I react to that, but yeah, I really didn't have no purpose. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying this out, and it didn't come out right. I didn't even have no series. You feel what I'm saying? It was just me playing the game for real. But yeah, that excitement and the excitement of building something, it was like a kind of focus that's hard to explain, I would say, unless you've experienced it. So some creators may have experienced it. Like that moment where creating doesn't feel forced, it feels natural. And I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to that, bro. Because I know the beginning of my journey, man, the creating didn't feel forced, it definitely felt natural, because that series for me, bro, it was like, I'm just having fun, my gameplay. But I'm telling a story at the same time, you feel what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm just file the game and whatever happened. Of course, you go with the flow as the game goes, but being able to just not worry about, man, I need to do the most to get this and get that, or the freedom of just playing. I think that's why it was just so good, man. And back then, that's the way things was. Like, when I first started that series, man, it was like, I'm finna get some of my favorite cars. I'm finna trap it out, you know what I'm saying? Basic, simple. I know some people still do that to this day, you know what I'm saying? But back then, it was just more, for a small creator, it was just more free, you know what I'm saying? Like, felt natural, you know what I'm saying? You know, even when time moved fast, you know what I'm saying? But the work, it always felt meaningful compared to sometimes now it's like, damn, bro. Like even when I'm doing something now, it's like you have them thoughts of, do this even mean something? You feel what I'm saying? And I think everybody go through that, you feel me? If you really care about your art and your content, you know what I'm saying? And even though I couldn't fully see the future yet, like something inside me knew that this series mattered. And for me, it just wasn't a story. It wasn't just mods. It wasn't even just the character, right? It was the connection. The feeling that this was just how I want to word this. I be trying to get my words together, man. The feeling that this wasn't just another video to upload. You feel what I'm saying? But something people could actually get invested in. I was so focused on that, trying to, you know, figure out what can I do to get these folks to invest in my content, invest in my series. You feel what I'm saying? So I was focused on creating something with emotion, progress, consequences, something that felt closer to a real journey, if that makes sense, than just gameplay on screen. And when you experience that as a creator, it changes how you see everything else. Because now you know what's possible. You know the difference between making content and creating something that matters. And I feel like that's what a lot of creators may be lacking because they haven't got to that point. But I feel like once you start to take this content creation serious, you start to see things from a different lens, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was all about for me, man. Starting at that time, man, you gotta think about it. I came in the game, man, February 2024. I came in, everybody was doing content. It was a lot of people in the field. The only thing that I was focused on was, you know, how could I stand out? You dig what I'm saying? How could I stand out? And me creating purpose with that series was doing something a little different. Like, yeah, I may use the same mods that people already, because that's damn near impossible. You gotta think about it at that time, 2024, February. So many people was already in the game doing this shit for years. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, I need to do something that I'm gonna stand out. And for me, that was creating that series and putting a story with it. Getting that character a story and then bringing along other characters along the way. That really worked for me, and people really rocked with it. So it's like, ain't too many people doing that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it like this. And that's the way I played it. I mapped that thing out and I just kept it going. But yeah, that was my motivation. And not only that, I was like, I eventually gotta get my personality out here because I saw how important that was as well. Because you have creators out here who may be dope for as videos, right? But they personality trash, right? And that shit matters more than people think. Like, you could be dry as hell in your videos and people will click off of that shit. Real talk. You can feel like you making the best videos, bro. Like, you can feel like you making the best, but people will click off your video if it's not, your commentary, drive, you ain't talking about nothing. Like, that is a thing. Trust me. And so I just had to map it out for myself and figure it out myself. But that series definitely created that avenue for me. But I want to talk about the moments that people didn't see, right? Like, what viewers see in a series is only part of the story, right? The behind the scenes, its doubts, decisions, creative risks, moments where you're not sure if the direction will even work that you're going in, bro. Like, trust me, man. I had those moments too. Moments of wondering if the effort was worth it, right? If the story would connect, that was like the main thing. If anyone would really understand what I was trying to build. Feel what I'm saying? And as a creator, you struggle with them thoughts because it's like, damn, bro. Like, I feel like I'm doing something good, but you still struggle with them thoughts. Trust me, you can't help it. If you're human, you're gonna think those thoughts. You did. But me, I kept going, you feel me? Because something about that project felt important enough to believe in, even before there was proof, if that makes sense. I'm looking back now, and I realized that belief was one of the most important steps in my entire journey. Me believing in what I was doing, me believing in myself, me telling myself, bro, I could do it. Because I'm watching other creators do this, and I'm like, I could do that better than them. That's the thought that I had. That's the thought process that was going through my mind. Whatever they doing, I could do that better. And I kept to that attitude. And that's how I felt. And I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it came out. And it got me where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? And continuously trying to grow. But trying to grow that channel. You know what I'm saying? Trying to just grow overall as a content creator, man. Like, that series just didn't give me videos, it gave me clarity. Like, clarity about the kind of stories I actually care about telling, about the type of worlds I want to build inside games, and most importantly, clarity about the difference between chasing clicks and views and creating meaning. Because once you experience what meaningful creation feels like, it is hard to go back to creating without intention. In a lot of ways, that realization is what eventually led to my demise, honestly. And I struggle with that today, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna deep dive into that aspect. But over here I am honest, you know what I'm saying, about whatever the case may be. But when I say I struggle with, it's hard to go back to creating without intention. Sometimes I battle with, putting out certain content and then be like, bro, why am I doing this? Like, when you look around and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't worry about what nobody else doing. Cool, I get that. But why try to kill myself? Burn out trying to do extra stuff if it's not moving the needle, if you know what I mean. When I could just put out something, I ain't gonna say basic, because my gameplay still be good. I still put effort into it, but it's like, why put in all this effort doing these movies type scenes, storytelling, the way that I know I'm capable of? I love doing that, but at the same time, man, it's like time be limited, and it's like, if it's not moving the needle, like, it's not moving the needle. So it's like, and then you look around, you see your peers just doing whatever. And you see the same people that may be sub to you, or you just see people just saying, hey, this is amazing. And it's like, you sitting back as a creator and it's like, okay, bet. Because, you see a lot of people doing the same thing every video. And it's like, nobody says a word though. So that be the thing that throws me off, because it's like, soon as the smaller creator does that though, it's, hey man, you just did that. Woo woo, you doing it, woo woo. They tell you, but bigger creator, oh my goodness, this is fire. And that's what we deal with. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by the creating without intention. You know what I'm saying? But it's another story for another day, man. But it's easy to always focus on what's next, like the next video, the next goal, the next level of growth. But sometimes the most important thing you could do is look back and recognize the moments that shape you. The moments that shape you are very important, because those moments tell you something important, right? Not just what, well, not just where you've been, but who you're becoming, right? And that's why family business for me will always matter to me. And it'll always be my favorite series because of what it did for me. Not just content, but as a turning point in my journey. So every creator has a moment like this. One project, one decision, one stretch of belief, right? It quietly changes the direction of everything that comes after. And if you're still in the middle of your own journey right now, still building, still learning, still figuring things out, just know this. Those defining moments are usually happening before you even realize it, because a lot of us don't even pay attention to it. But sometimes the project that changes everything starts as just another idea you decided not to give up on. Let that sink in, you know what I'm saying? So for me, hands down, it's family business. A lot came from that. Monetization, me growing on YouTube. Like, I kept growing off that one series, and once I started doing other stuff, my channel continued to grow. And but a popular character came from that series, popular characters, I created a whole universe from that series, I would say. Man, to be able to do what I did with that one series and then keep it popular and keep it interesting, my opinion, I haven't seen nobody do that. Me just thinking, that's just me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I've never seen nobody be able to do that. Continue to make one series turn into multiple series that keep that character and keep those characters interesting and keep people want to see what they got going on. I'll always feel proud of that, and that's something I always, hold up high for me. I'll say that much. But out of all my series, man, I have amazing series. You know what I'm saying? People love a lot of my series, right? They asked me to bring certain series back and all that, but me personally, I'm not saying that family business is my best series. I mean, people could label it that, or it has been labeled that, but it's definitely my favorite series that changed everything for me. So I would have to say that. But I got a lot of good content, man. Y'all make sure y'all go tap into my main channel to see what series I'm talking about, and check out everything else you need to check out, that you want to check out, that you may be interested in, man. Gaming with Quint. Feel me? Go tap in if you need to tap in, man. If you want to tap in, you feel me? Good content on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe and like while you're over there. Make sure you subscribe and like on this video as well if y'all been enjoying this content over here, man. But y'all know what time it is, man. We gonna get right into it, because this is the first, I keep hitting this mic. This This is the first video. This should be the third video, right? And I'm like I said, I'm gonna try to keep these on Wednesday nights. I dropped those 2 Sunday to get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's get it out there. Woo. But moving forward, we're gonna try to do weekly on Wednesday, like I said earlier. Wednesday nights. That's what I'm shooting for. And so this the first episode, man, where we doing the creator of the week for the spotlight of the week, right? And the first creator spotlight of the week, let me tell y'all a little something about this man right here. You feel me? This week we showing love. We showing love to one of the coldest GTA 5 world builders in the community, right? Not only does he craft insane, detailed environments that make single player feel alive, but he also creates custom chains, custom clothing. What you want, what you need, hit him up, he got you, man. Come on, man, for single player and 5M. You dig what I'm saying? So if you into 5M, he still got what you want, what you need, chains and rings. Come on, man. Custom clothes, all that. From the different city upgrades, man, to crushing GTA far as putting his twist and his spin on it, man. Putting these hoods and all that shit in there, man. Clean drip for the characters. A lot of stuff y'all seen, man, that I rock with, he created. From the Wolfpack chain that y'all see my character real rocking. The custom clothes Franklin have on. Pick that boy up shirts, the Work Them Hill shirts, all that good shit, man. The merch from the store, he put it in game, you dig what I'm saying? The custom MLOs, man. Like, he really pushes the immersion to another level, if that makes sense to y'all, you dig what I'm saying? So from world building to high quality items, bruh. Like, shout out to my motherfucking nigga, Sauce Done. You feel me? Shout out to Sauce, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. One of the best to do this, man. Like I said, he may not be as known as he should be, but guess what, though? He one of the best, bro. He one of the best, hands down. I just felt like it was only right to get game that first creator spotlight of the week, man. Y'all go tap in my boy Sauce, man. Links in the description of the video, you feel me? So if you rock with 5M and you want some change, man, you feel me? Hit my boy, man, get it done, you dig what I'm saying? So shout out to Sauce, you feel me? And I appreciate everything you done did, man. Appreciate everything you do, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, man. Even in the Discord, you feel me? All that, bro, like I'm saying. He really know what he talking about too, you feel me? Trust me. But yeah, y'all go tap in the game, man. No cap, man. Sauce. Like I said, links in the description, man. Next week we'll do another creator spotlight of the week next week. I did 2 mods to start off the podcast with a show. I call it a show, aka podcast. But so yeah. We gonna get to the creators now, man, and next week, you know what I'm saying, we'll put the spotlight on another creator, you dig what I'm saying, but y'all go tap in, man, for surely. And I hope y'all enjoyed the episode, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, if you're still here, and I'll catch y'all in the next conversation. You feel me?
Hey, look, I talk my shit and keep it honest, keep it independent. I hear them hating, but that's only cause they inconsistent. He said the weapon wouldn't prosper, now they wouldn't form. I'm about to golf, I hit the middle and it's